Friends, good evening, and welcome to another edition of SPTV News Live, where we keep you up to date on the latest shenanigans in the criminal cult of Scientology. Now, first off, I need to see if you guys can hear me because we've been having sound problems lately, and I just want to make sure I'm not talking to myself like I've done in the last couple videos. Pete, if you can hear me, I will answer your bet. I'm not going to be playing background music during this because it's a short, quick update. Hot off the press from Tony Ortega's blog this evening, but let me know, sir, if you can freaking hear me. All right. Do we have sound? Okay, we got sound. So here we go, guys. Again, quick update and kind of interesting, man. And we'll see what happens more tomorrow as this develops, but let's get into it. So the court wants to hear why the rapist, Danny Masterson, has not turned over all of his firearms. Interesting indeed. Remember, guys, in the Danny Masterson, there's so many trials that this man's wrapped up in, but in the criminal conviction, the one where on September 7th, 2023, he was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25.5 years. In there, testimony was given by one of the gals who was threatened with a firearm, but who the hell knew he had an entire fucking arsenal? So check this out. In 2020, actually, let me throw you guys over here in the chat because I like to have you over here, and you should be able to read that just fine. If you have any questions, as you can see, please throw them in the, please throw those question marks up, but I'm going to remove this so it doesn't drive people nuts. Okay, so in 2020, when the rapist was arraigned on 3 counts of forcible rape, he was instructed to turn in any firearms he owned to law enforcement. The court was informed that this was, in fact, done. But wait. During his 2 trials, we watched in the courtroom as the prosecution and defense wrestled over what could be said in front of jurors about Masterson's gun ownership. The aforementioned Jane Doe 1 testified that during her attack, the rapist had reached into a nightstand and pulled out a handgun. So Judge Almeida allowed jurors to hear that Masterson did own a registered firearm at the time. In fact, we heard that Masterson owned quite a few guns, and they were supposed to have been turned over for safekeeping. Masterson, as we know, was convicted on 2 counts of forcible rape, and he was sentenced on September 7th to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25.5 years. And at that point, his defense team was given a, quote, prohibited persons firearm relinquishment form. In other words, give us your fucking guns. And they indicated they would have it filled out and return within a week. But tomorrow, we are recording this on November 12th. So on the 13th, tomorrow, I'm sure we'll have an update here. A hearing's going to take place after a probation report revealed that of the 23 frickin' firearms that the rapist owns, 9 of them are unaccounted for. Really? We don't know what reason Masterson's legal team will give for why his guns haven't been turned over, but the probation report did include a full list of his firearms, and here it is. Now, I'm no expert guy, so word Nazis, please don't come after me if I mispronounce some of these firearms, okay? I'm not packing like Danny is. According to the probation report, these items were properly secured, apparently with a gun dealer, so he got them legally. Glock 29 9mm handgun, Smith & Wesson 21.4 44 caliber handgun, Magnum Research Desert Eagle 40 caliber handgun, Colt Trooper 357 handgun, Glock 23 40 caliber handgun. You know, guys, just the standard stuff that you have laying around the house, right? Nothing weird here. Walther P99 9mm handgun, Bushmaster XM15 223 semi-automatic rifle. Of course, no gun collection is complete without the Batista Rizzini 2070 shotgun, followed by the Ruger 1022 semi-automatic rifle. Everyone needs one of those. I mean, I can already see this video getting removed. There's too much gun talk going on here. Note to the algorithm, I'm just reading off shit here. I'm not encouraging violence. LH Gun County M1A semi-automatic rifle, Glock 42, 380 handgun, Interarms 92 357 carbine, Benelli Super 90 12-gauge shotgun, Heckler & Koch 45 semi-automatic rifle. And these are the ones that are unaccounted for, that this young man was supposed to turn in, but has not. What would be the reason for that? Colt 1908 Vest Pocket 25 handgun, Kel-Tec P32, it's a 32 caliber pistol, followed by the Para Ordnance P13, that's a 45 caliber handgun. FEG Union SA-85M, also known, of course, as the Hungarian AK-47. Again, everybody's got to be packing one of those. Springfield Armory SAR-4800 semi-automatic rifle. Robinson Armament M96 semi-automatic rifle. Imbel 308 assault rifle. Knights Armament SR-515 semi-automatic rifle. Jesus. Colt AR-15 Sporter semi-automatic rifle. What the fuck? So Tony's going to have someone in the courtroom tomorrow to find out what happens, but indeed, that is a very, very strange development. Shit. Did I just lose sound? God damn it. I think I just lost sound a second. Let me stand by, guys. No sound. Okay, let me see how I just accidentally threw my dumb ass off the screen. Okay, so where did I kind of end off, guys? I'm just going to repeat this last part. So what I was saying is my prediction, and obviously this is just a joke, but it reminds me of shades of Manson. Why would he be holding on to an arsenal unless it was to break out the criminal like the Manson family tried to do? Do you guys remember back in when the Manson shenanigans were going on? The family was doing everything they could to like bust Manson out of jail, including, robbing and stealing and getting armed up to do a jailbreak. So Mary Bruner assisted. She's one of the Manson family members. She assisted other members in an attempt to hijack a plane, of course, and break Manson out of prison armed with over 100 rifles. As a result, Bruner received a sentence of 20 years to life, though she was released on parole in 1977. So that's my hypothesis, guys. What do you think? Is this a jailbreak? Is this something that Danny decided was a good idea just to withhold that information? It is unusual, and I guess we'll find out tomorrow why the hell he would withhold that. And also, how serious of a penalty is that, I mean, while this guy was doing the trial, he had at least 9 freaking firearms. Again, short update, guys. How he could just collect them. Yeah, of course, and a lot of people just collect them. The point being, though, why on earth, when he was filled out that form, didn't he say, here's all my firearms? Because legally he had to turn over all 20 plus of them, and he just decided to hold on to 9. Let's see how the I'm just collecting them judge goes over tomorrow morning. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, what could have been? Martha, how you doing? Doug could have been buying into the proper end of the world as we know it. Very, very clever, Martha. Let me see if we got any more questions. Okay, so I think, guys, the only part that I muted was just the Manson quip, right? Okay, short update. We'll be back in about an hour. I want to go over the video that the response that Scientology gave me from the prank call, the email that they ended up sending me, and then we'll probably do a video on Catherine Bell later on tonight, having to do with how on earth she can be in a lesbian relationship and still her and her mate be Scientologists. So, as usual, my friends, I bid you farewell. Please like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the other side shortly.
Physical labor, an intense ideological study used to break the subject's will. Or is that the case?